Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another day of the 25 days of Christmas. Now I got the lights turned down tonight. Got the Christmas lights behind me. Let me know, is it too dark for you guys? Do you want to, still have the lights on and everything, or catch the whole feeling of Christmas with these lights turned down so you can see the Christmas lights? But guys, today we're going to talk about a film that's an HBO Max original. Came out a few years ago, but it's one I really enjoy. Now, it does not have a Blu-ray release, but it does have a DVD release, and that is 8-Bit Christmas. Now, Neil Patrick Harris is in this film. He does like the narration as he's kind of like telling his daughter who wants a phone. He's trying to teach her a little bit of a lesson, and he's telling her the story about how badly he wanted a Nintendo Entertainment System back in the 80s. Him and his friends wanted a Nintendo, and yeah, everything that he went through to try and get this as a young kid, and just like the kid down the street. I think we all knew somebody, that one kid down the street who had all the games that we all wanted to play but could never get. This kid had everything. It's kind of like how this film starts out talking about this kid who has all these games, and this young man by the name of Jake, he just wants to get his own system, and so does his friends. And of course, they go through everything, all these different ideas and plans, trying to finally get a Nintendo system, even ones that they can share as a group and be able to play. But he's trying to Neil Patrick Harris. He's kind of like the Ralphie of this, kind of like like a Christmas Story. He's telling his daughter everything that happened, and it's a really good film. There's some really funny parts in it. Most of the funny parts that are in this film, even though there are quite a few, Steve Zahn plays Jake's father in this, and Steve Zahn, if you're familiar with his stuff, yeah, he's funny in this one just as much as he is in other films that he's a part of. And it's like this almost has like a Christmas Story type of feel with the way, he's almost like Jake is almost like the Ralphie character, and his parents are almost like the parents in a Christmas Story. So I like that there's definitely a connection almost to that film. It definitely plays out a lot like that. Jake wanting the Nintendo, you know, Ralphie wanting the BB gun. Definitely a comparison between the two, but this one is definitely an enjoyable film. And I like how, as Neil Patrick Harris, as he's telling his daughter this story, she gets more involved. At first she's like, I don't want to hear about this. I want to just be on the phone and text my friends. But as it goes on, she gets more like interested, like wanting to know, what's going to happen. Did you get it? Did you get the Nintendo? What happens next? And one adventure that they go on trying to get the Nintendo is pretty cool, and I do enjoy it. And it just think of those things back in the 80s that kids would do, when they get a group of friends together, and the links and the things that they would do to get to what they, get what they wanted to get. And I enjoy it a lot. We have that one kid in the group who likes, he's fabricating all the stories, and, him stretching the truth, it definitely comes into play, later on in the film as well. But it's a fun film, and again, heartwarming, and, the connection, it comes down to really a connection between father and son when we get all right down to it, towards the end of the film. But it's a sweet, charming film that I think definitely this one flies under the radar a lot, especially if you don't have HBO Max. You're probably not going to know about this film, so it definitely flies under the radar. But it's one worth checking out. That's why I just had to get the DVD and add it to the collection. And I enjoy this one. This is one that ever since it came out, I think I've watched this now like 3 times, and I enjoy it every more and more every time that I watch it. It's definitely it has that a Christmas Story feeling to it. And the more I watch it, I pick up on little things here and there, especially like I said, the connection between Jake and his father. Definitely pick up on that. So, guys, like, subscribe, and comment. If you get the chance, definitely check out 8-Bit Christmas. I definitely think you guys will enjoy it. And I'll catch you in another video. Take care. Bye.